Imagine this. A nation just weeks after this incredible liberation, standing right on the edge of their destiny.
Yeah.
Their leader, Moses, he's been gone just 40 days, up a mountain, communing with God.
Receiving the law.
And in that time, I mean, it's such a short time, 40 days, everything just completely changes.
It really unravels fast.
So today we're diving deep into that really dramatic story. It's almost unbelievable when you think about it. It's from Exodus 32. And it really altered everything for them. And honestly, it has a lot to say to us today, too.
Absolutely.
Calling this deep dive apostasy and intercession. Because it really gets into, well, human weakness, but also this incredible, selfless devotion.
Exactly. And our goal here, is to take all these different sources. We've got the ancient texts, modern commentary, some recent discussions too.
Okay.
And just pull out the key insights, the real nuggets about, well, human nature, God's patience, which is tested here, and ultimately redemption. We want to find that timeless wisdom, those lessons that are still powerful. It's kind of a shortcut, really, to getting a better handle on ourselves and, our place in the bigger picture.
Okay, so let's set the scene for you listening. Picture this huge camp of Israelites right at the bottom of Mount Sinai.
Yeah, this imposing mountain.
They've just seen unbelievable miracles. I mean, the Red Sea parting on dry ground.
Pillars of fire and cloud.
Exactly. God's presence on the mountain itself, thunder, lightning, the whole thing.
Yeah, it must have been terrifying and awe-inspiring.
Right. And Moses, he's their guy, their connection to God. He goes up the mountain, leaves Aaron in charge, says he'll be back.
Promises to return.
But then 40 days go by. 40 days. Doesn't sound that long, maybe. But what happens down there while he's gone?
Well, that's where it gets pretty grim. It's this crisis of faith, really. The people get anxious, impatient.
You can almost feel it building, can't you?
You can't. They haven't heard from Moses, right? And instead of trusting the God who literally just performed miracle after miracle to save them, they turn on Aaron. They gather around him demanding, come on, make us gods who will lead us. This Moses guy, the one who brought us out of Egypt, we don't know what happened to him.
Wow. Just the speed of that forgetting.
It's shocking, isn't it? Collective amnesia. And Aaron caves. In this really critical moment, instead of standing firm, he tells them to bring their gold earrings.
Oh, no.
And he melts them down and makes a molten calf, an idol.
Okay. I have to stop you there. Because this is the part that always gets me. After everything they saw, the plagues in Egypt, the sea parting, literal food falling from the sky, God's voice like thunder. How? How could they forget so quickly and turn to a statue? What does that say about us, about human nature?
It says something really fundamental, I think. Our sources really dig into this, It's not just about a golden calf.
Right, symbolic.
Exactly. The core idea is, look, if God isn't truly at the center of your life, holding that primary place, then something else will rush in to fill that vacuum. It's almost like a law of spiritual physics, Our hearts need something to worship, something to rely on, something to give us meaning.
So what are the modern versions of that?
Well, think about it. What do we pour our time and energy into today? What do we base our identity on? What makes us feel secure or maybe falsely secure?
Okay.
Our sources list all sorts of things. It could be pride, in what we've done, or needing more money, more power. It could be chasing pleasure, entertainment, even getting obsessed with work or our careers.
Even good things, potentially.
Even good things, yeah. Like family or sports or politics or just shopping, video games, the list just go on and on. Because anything that promises security or identity or satisfaction apart from that deep spiritual connection can become a kind of modern golden calf.
That's sobering.
It really is. Yeah. It's like we're hardwired to look for something solid, but we often end up grabbing onto things that are, just images, whether they're made of gold or ambition or pixels on a screen.
And we absolutely have to talk about Aaron's role here. He wasn't just swept along.
No, not at all.
His weakness, his timidity right when they needed strength, that actually made things worse, didn't it?
It poured fuel on the fire. Our sources say his wavering just made the people more determined. And this idea of having a feast to the Lord.
Yeah, that was his justification, right?
Right. A thin veil. It quickly degenerated into just, gluttony and wild partying, a complete distortion, a breakdown of their relationship with God. His leadership failure was massive.
Okay, so let's shift to God's reaction. Because Moses is still up the mountain, right? God sees this happening.
Yeah.
And He is not pleased.
Not pleased is pretty loudly. He tells Moses straight up, I've seen this people. They are stiff-necked, meaning stubborn, resistant.
Calm-headed.
Exactly. Now leave me alone so my anger can burn hot against them. I'm going to consume them. It's fierce.
Ooh, that's intense. But then something really remarkable happens. God almost dangles this temptation in front of Moses.
He does. It's an extraordinary moment. God basically says, look, I'll wipe them out, but I will make you into a great nation instead.
Wow. Start over with Moses.
Exactly. Imagine that. Be the founder of a whole new chosen people, none of this baggage, none of this betrayal. Escape the headache of leading these difficult people.
That's a powerful lure. Personal greatness, an easier path.
A huge temptation. But Moses, well, the sources say he passed the test with flying colors. It shows his incredible character, his selflessness. He wasn't thinking about his own status or ease.
No personal ambition there at all.
None. His first thought was for the people, even these people who had just done this terrible thing.
Which leads to what he does next. Because he doesn't just say no thanks to God's offer.
No, he goes way beyond that.
He actually starts arguing with God, pleading for the very people who built the calf.
Yeah.
How did he argue? What were his points? It's like you said, a masterclass in intercession.
It really is. He makes three incredibly powerful points. First, he appeals to God's own investment. He basically says, hang on, why are you so angry with your people, the ones you brought out of Egypt with your great power?
He reminds God, these are yours.
Precisely, ownership and responsibility.
Ah.
Second, he thinks about God's reputation. He asks, what will the Egyptians say? They'll mock you. They'll say, he only brought them out here to kill them in the mountains.
Smart. Appealing to God's honor.
Very smart. He knows God cares about how his actions are perceived. And third, he brings up the big one, the covenant. He reminds God of his solemn promise, his oath to Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, that he would multiply their descendants like the stars.
Calling God back to his own promises.
Yes, his faithfulness to his own word. And the absolutely stunning thing is, it works. The text says because of Moses' pleading, the Lord relented. He changed his mind about the disaster he threatened.
That's incredible, the power of one person's selfless prayer.
It shows the amazing impact intercession can have. Truly transformative.
And then Moses takes it even further. His final plea. It's just staggering. He stands before God. He acknowledges how huge their sin is.
He doesn't minimize it.
Not at all. And then he says, yet now, if you will forgive their sin, but if not, I pray, blot me out of your book which you have written. Offering himself, his own life, his own eternal standing, essentially, as a substitute. Take me instead.
It's breathtaking, isn't it? One of the most profound moments, I think, in all Scripture. And our sources point out something fascinating about that word, forgive. In the original language here, it carries the sense of to carry or to bear.
Like carrying a burden.
Exactly. And that immediately connects prophetically to later Scripture about the Messiah who would come and bear our griefs, carry our sorrows.
Like in Isaiah 53.
Precisely. Now, Moses himself was human. He was a sinner. He couldn't actually atone for them in that ultimate divine way.
Right.
But his action, his willingness, the sources say it was typifying Christ. He was acting as a type, a foreshadowing, embodying that ultimate selflessness, that substitutionary heart that we see fully in Jesus. It's a powerful preview.
So Moses gives us this incredible picture of selfless intercession, of foreshadowing. How does that connect to us today? How does a divine intercession actually work in our lives? Because it feels like more than just an old story.
Oh, it absolutely is. It points us straight to Jesus as our ultimate intercessor. He's described as our helper, our advocate.
Constantly working on our behalf.
Constantly. There's a New Testament Greek word, entenkano, used for intercession. It literally means to meet with someone on behalf of someone else.
Okay.
That's what Jesus does. He's constantly meeting with the Father, presenting us, advocating for us, bringing our needs, our confessions, everything. One source puts it beautifully. It says, his office work is to introduce us to God as his sons and daughters.
Wow, office work. I like that.
Yeah. It emphasizes it's his ongoing role, his function. And that continuous advocacy, that's the bedrock of our access to God's grace and mercy. It means we're never approaching God alone, especially when we mess up.
That's incredibly reassuring. Okay, so back to the scene. Moses finally comes down the mountain. He sees the chaos, the calf, the partying.
And he is furious, righteously angry.
You can picture it.
Yeah.
And the first thing he does, this incredibly symbolic act, he throws down the stone tablets, the ones with God's own writing, smashes them at the foot of the mountain.
A powerful visual, isn't it? The covenant shattered by their actions.
Then he deals with the calf itself. He burns it, grinds it down to powder, scatters it on the water.
And makes them drink it.
Makes them drink it. Let's talk about a bitter consequence. Literally pasting their sin.
Yeah, humiliating and stark. And let's not forget, poor Aaron trying to wriggle out of it.
Oh, right. His excuses were something else.
Pathetic, really. Blaming the people, saying they made me do it, and then that ridiculous line about just throwing the gold in the fire, and poof, out came this calf like magic.
Yeah, it just happened. Zero responsibility.
Zero. And the immediate consequences were severe. A plague struck the camp. Many people died.
So God is merciful, but actions have consequences.
Absolutely. Our sources stress that consequences are real, but they also highlight that key difference. If we confess our sin.
Confession changes the dynamic.
It does, because then Christ's intercession fully comes into play. It shows God's character perfectly. He is absolutely just sin has consequences. But he's also incredibly merciful, providing a path back through confession and forgiveness, both justice and mercy perfectly held together.
Now this story, this whole event, it seems to echo beyond just that moment at Sinai, doesn't it? Our sources connected to this bigger theme of loyalty, of faithfulness through tough times.
They do. There's this idea that runs through Scripture. God's people are often called to be like a faithful remnant, following him through the wilderness of this world, staying true even when it's hard, even when others fall away.
Like staying loyal when faced with other calves.
Exactly. It's a call to that kind of persistent faithfulness, that unswerving loyalty, even under pressure.
And this connects even to end-time prophecies.
Yeah.
Right? Thinking about facing trials and remaining loyal.
It does. The idea is that God's people at the end will face severe tests of their loyalty, much like the Israelites were tested. And those who emerge victoriously, who remain faithful, will sing a song of triumph. Interestingly, it's called the Song of Moses and the Lamb in Revelation.
Moses and the Lamb. That's fascinating.
It links this ancient story of trial and faithfulness directly to the ultimate victory, which really brings the question home to you, listening right now. What does it mean for you to stand firm? To maintain your loyalty, your faith, when the world is full of distractions, pressures, and subtle temptations?
How do we keep the main thing the main thing?
It's the challenge, isn't it? How do we hold on to what's truly central when so many other things are pulling at us, demanding our allegiance?
Wow. Okay, so we've really journeyed through this intense story today. Apostasy, this shocking betrayal, but then this profound intercession. We've seen human weakness laid bare, but also divine justice, incredible mercy, and this model of selfless love in Moses.
Yeah, from the golden calf disaster to Moses basically putting his life on the line. It's a story that really does hold up a mirror, doesn't it, to our own struggles, our own need for grace.
It really does.
And hopefully diving into these sources gives you, a bit of a shortcut, not just to historical knowledge, but to understanding ourselves, a relationship with God, that courage to stand firm, the power of praying for others, and ultimately Christ's sacrifice and advocacy for us. Those are the big takeaways, the real nuggets.
So maybe a thought to carry forward from this deep dive. What might be the subtle golden calves in your life right now? The things maybe quietly demanding first place, taking your focus, your ultimate loyalty, maybe without you even fully realizing it.
That's a good question to ponder.
And alongside that, how can you practice loyalty? How can you maybe even intercede for others in your own way, facing the challenges we all deal with today?
And always remember that promise, right? For those whose loyalty holds fast through whatever wilderness life throws at us, there's that hope. That promise of a new heaven, a new earth.
Where things are made right.
Exactly. No more death, no sorrow, no crying, no pain. It's a powerful reminder that this journey, tough as it can be, it has a destination, a glorious one.